So I can't help but feel a bit like that I overwhelmed you last night. And so I want to hop on and make a couple short videos and give you some inspiration for your websites because I know that you haven't seen a lot of this. So I'm going to show you throughout the week. I'm going to post. The required pages are homepage, rules and expectations, rewards and consequences, procedures, instructional style and strategy, diversity page, and 2 additional pages of your choosing. So I'm going to go through right now and make a video. I'm going to show you what I used this year in a second video, and I'm going to show you what I used last year as this first video, only because the music teacher is having music in my classroom, so I don't have access to show you my folders right now. But the program I used last year was it's a web-based version. So this is what I used. It's called Class Dojo. I don't know that you've heard about it, but it's pretty user-friendly. You can log in. You see some people are connected in our school, and that's a pretty sweet feature because if a special teacher has them, or a co-teacher, or any administration, they can give them dojo points, and you can use it as a whole school positive behavior intervention system, or PBIS. Okay, so here's a demo class. I'm going to show you this. So here's an example, and it's there's whole class, and then you can put your students in here as you see fit. Okay, so you just add your students. You can also go back and you can add as many classes as you'd like. So you can just click and add a new class and there's options. Okay, now you can say only share the positive points with parents, only show the share all points, or don't share with parents at all. Okay, so in this demo class, here's the whole class. I can click on the whole class and I could say, you know what, every single person is working hard right now, so I'm going to give you a dojo point. So once dojo point is heard, they hear that bell and they all get a point. Now, you can go in individually and say, hey, Bradley, you're really working hard. I'd like to give you a point for working hard. Or you can say, Hallie, I really liked that you answered the question and you were considerate of your answer, so here is your point for participating. Okay? You can do groups, so you can have it be table 1 and table 2, and their little monsters show up as who they are. So I can click and I can say, oh, group 2, great job. I'm going to give you a point for sticking with it and being persistent. Okay, so I can do that. You can undo things pretty easily. You can add a note. Okay, so I can communicate a note for Hallie about participating. If you walk around in your observation, this is a really super great feature to this program because when you are doing your skills ratings on your report cards, or if you're considering, if you have an IP meeting and you're observing, a measurable goal, it gives you the data kind of built in, and I'll show you how to access that. So I can go to portfolio and or classroom, and I can click on Bradley, and I can redeem points, so he can he can cash in his points, and I'll show you a resource on that. But I can go into class story, and I can even have this as the billboard for my families. So I can say back to school night and post it. And once it's posted, students can comment. So it's almost like a Facebook page for students. So that's a cool feature. So options, you can view reports, and this is where you would see your data. So you could go into Hallie, and Hallie Berry worked hard and was participating, and she earned points this week. You can go back for just this week, or you can go back from all time. So from forever to today. Hallie was off task one time, but mostly she had positive points given and for participating and working hard. I can print this report, and this is a really good jumping point for conferences. And here's all the times I talked to Haley. So I can go all the way back to March 9th of 2020, and I can say, hey, Hallie Berry was really working hard on March 9th, and that was a good day. This also kind of lets you track at what, like if you're really trying to analyze one student and say, hey, he lost a lot of points, but it looks like it was only in the mornings. How could we, like what's going on? Is he coming to school without eating breakfast? Could I put a granola bar in my purse and hand it to him and send him in the hallway to eat a granola bar so he's not hangry, so he doesn't lose points all morning, things like that. So that's the options for that. Now, this last year was in my classroom, and it was just open and on. Kids could go to the smartboard and click on their own name and give or take points from themselves. And you can edit any of these buttons that you want. So you can edit, for example, positive skills or whatever, Eric needs work. So talking, you can go in and say, hey, my kids are struggling with keeping their desk clean. So messy desk. And you can say, I'm going to have that be, like, I really want to focus on that. So if their desk is a mess and I catch it, it's 3 points deducted, whereas the other ones are 1. So you can kind of weight these things as well. Families, they have access to this from a printable printout code. So they can go in, connects parents, so they just have to scan their code or enter in the code, and it's an app. And what my favorite thing about this as a parent is that I'm able to see my kids' points in real time because it's web-based. So any report that the teacher can see, the kids can see. And then I can message parents through on here. I can add a post. If Cameron really did a great job with her science project, I could go on Class Story and I could put like pictures here, like again, just as if you would do with Facebook or any other kind of social media. So it's like almost like a social media for your class. And then you can use Messenger, and you can message, and this is nice because it pops right up on the kids' phones or on parent phones as if it was a text, but then it kind of provides protects your phone number and gives you that privacy and boundary from parents. So here this is one tool. I am going to be quite honest with you. I think I've used this for years and years, and it didn't work out. It wasn't working out for me anymore, so I decided to change my plan. I changed my plan considering the new social emotional standards, and so I'll show you what my new plan is. A lot of teachers still use this, and it still is perfectly good. So this might be something you'd want to include on your as part of your rewards and consequences. Before I sign off, as this video is getting a little bit long, you can go to Pinterest, and if you go into Pinterest, you can go into Class Dojo Rewards. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can just click on Class Dojo Rewards, and you will get a whole bunch of ideas. There's free, so virtual rewards for Class Dojo. So show and tell. So if you earn 30 points, you get to wear a hat, or you get to wear sunglasses, or you can do a talent show, or read a book to the class. So you can choose any of these things. You can make the teacher do a TikTok video if you get 50 points, right? Dumb things that don't cost a lot of money that kids will really work for. I had the one time had done, I let the kids kind of have some more ownership over what they wanted their rewards to be. And they earned collectively as a class like 2,000 points because they wanted to not wear shoes all day. Silly. It's silly things that they'll really work for. And there's tons of ideas to do like Dojo Tracker if you want to incorporate any of your math standards. But even if you're in an adapted PE situation or a high school system, you could do it. You could really differentiate. So you could use Class Dojo with an economy system, and you could really kind of, I don't want to say like up the level or whatever, but it could go by level of understanding. So you can do any of these things, and then you can have them do charts so that they can track their own data. You can do earned. You could do, like how to balance their Class Dojo checkbooks. I've seen that done. I've seen Dojo credit cards. So really the opportunities are endless. But this is a really cool website to use for rewards and consequences. So if you were really stuck on that one, I hope this helps you.